Made on Zencaster.
They were like, they were asking the question too, like, so you know how Zed came back, right? They're like, well, if the Zed came back, do you think the human form Zed is walking around and still? As well, if they're on the same planet, like if they're on the same, if Zed and the human form Zed are in the same area, I was like, well, human Zed is probably working at IRS, still being evil. Hi, I'm Billy.
And I'm Jimmy.
We are the Bulk and Skull Podcasting, and we want to welcome you to the numbskullery that is the Zeotoheropod podcast,
where creators and fans come together to share their love of their fandoms.
Welcome to this episode of Zeotohero, where I am joined with the bearded beauty Jim.
They can't see me in this one.
Well, of course they can't see you, but the man, the myth, the one that they say that two birds in one hand is one stone.
I am now again for the fourth time on Google Maps.
They found the Yeti?
Yeah, I had to move again.
Well, where'd you move to?
I'm moving now. I haven't had a new place yet. We're moving though.
Oh, okay.
I can't be spotted. This Yeti hunter's gonna hunt me down.
Yeah, well, at least they're like the Mountain Monster TV show. They always see, but they never get you.
Well, mysteriously on Google Maps now, and I don't know how that happened, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Well, it was definitely a hybrid car because you didn't hear it coming by.
Nope, didn't hear a damn word. I didn't hear a damn sound. I was like, "Whoo!" Oh, dang it!
Oh, dang it! No,
Gosh, dilly, dang it!
They don't got me.
They done got me. They done got me good.
We gotta move.
Women, let's leave.
Like as you're saying that to her, you can hear like the hound dogs in the background just.
You know, I'm pretty sure I can find a dog sound effect. I'll throw in there.
That'd be funny. Oh, dang. We gotta go. We got to move. Woo, 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 woo. So, This episode is going to be a little sad because it's just me and Jim.
It's not sad. Don't think of this as being sad. Think of this as you being disappointed in me.
Yes, every day I wake up, I'm like, damn. You text me in the morning, I'm like, damn, he's still up. He's still there.
The assassins have failed me again.
Yes, yeah.
You've woken up alive. My assassins have failed me.
I need to take a harder course. The sugar's not doing it fast enough.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode is between you and me, and it's gonna be a kind of weird two-parter. Not two-parter, it's two sections.
Yes.
And the first section is going to be us ranting and raving for about 5 minutes, or maybe even 14 minutes, which would be longer than the Hasbro Plus.
Yeah. If you join our Patreon of the Jim Jam Dubba Dams and the Billy Bam Jam Jams, we might make it 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. We'll release the one extra minute of us just crying.
It's full on Bluebell ice cream, halfly eaten, watching.
Bluebell's not for crying. Bluebell's for like happy moments. You need Ben and Jerry's for crying.
Yeah, get me some Garcia Cherry and a good episode of Bob's Burgers.
No. I know what you need. I know exactly what you need. You need 90 Day Fiance. I know you.
Big Ed.
Exactly.
If that no neck man can find love, then there's surely no hope for me.
Can't find love. There's no hope for you at all.
There's no hope.
Well, at least you can admit to it.
That's the first step, right?
The very first step. Yep. All right. So we're gonna kind of roll through that real quick, and then we'll have a conspiracy ending. Not a conspiracy, but there's a couple of things we want to talk about that Billy was live about today, and he just wants to talk about it because Billy has no original thoughts.
No, not at all. They just play like a hamster on a wheel. Just same ones.
Mm-hmm.
Play the intro music, Jim.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay, so as a lot of you, I don't know if anybody that really listened to us collects the Lightning Collection from Hasbro. They had a Fan First Tuesday, which we kind of went over in our
very first Fan First Tuesday.
Very
it was
first
always Fridays, first Fan First Tuesday,
and
they gave an hour.
They piggybacked off of Transformers, which actually was a cool stream. I watched a little bit of it.
It was actually pretty good. I liked it. They gave the Decepticons a battle trailer, which was kind of fun.
That was fun. That was actually pretty cool with working brake lights.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. So it was interesting to see this Transformers line, and then the Power Rangers, whatever. What was that? Zoomed over our head, you know.
The 13 minutes of Power Rangers with an hour of Transformers beforehand.
Yeah,
an hour of Transformers and 13 minutes of PR.
Yes, it was pretty sad.
Okay, I'm over it. But they just announced some stuff that we already had leaks for, like the Ninjettis, the rest of the Ninjettis, which was Rocky, Aisha, and Kat. So we got them now, or we're gonna get them now.
We're gonna get them.
If we ever get the Ninjettis over here, ever, we ever find them, and if we find them actually completely corrected, that'd be great, without missing heads.
I think they solved that issue.
You think that? I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm really happy they gave Rocky the coiffed hair that he had in the movie, not the short hair from Zeo, like this head sculpt from Zeo, which is just
that was I don't know what that was.
That was a swing and a miss.
They gave him a righteous head sculpt, and then they did reference it off the movie. So
a righteous head sculpt.
Yeah,
the righteous head sculpt come down from the heavens and coiffed his hair perfectly.
And the 3D design gods, thou said, that's a Rocky.
The 3D design god said, there is Tien. He wants a better Rocky head.
Yeah. Yep.
No windows here, guys. None. It's completely lost on us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're taking L's all day.
Yep. They also announced they I don't know why they call it Draken.
They call it the Drakon, but it's Draken.
Yeah, Draken helmet. And I don't know.
It's got a voice changer in it. What?
I think they're trying to do a Stewie thing where like he mispronounces things to be an a-hole about things.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but it was just really weird.
Not cool.
And like, I'm not mad. Like, I know they tried something new, and I'm happy they tried something new.
Yeah.
I'm still really mad about it because it was terrible. And I get you have to practice things to get better at it.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like this was done yesterday. Like it was just
the stream itself.
Yeah, the stream itself.
Oh yeah, it was definitely filmed. It was filmed the day before on a whim.
Yep, and the editing team just didn't know how to deal with it. You can clearly tell they were angling things weird. They didn't have the angle set up properly.
Yeah, the host, the girl, just did not want to be there. You could just tell she didn't know a thing about Power Rangers. They looked like they slapped the
there, or she was acting. She didn't want to be there. One of the two.
Yeah,
and
it looks like they just slapped
Pam.
Yeah,
so Pam was there. And I don't know, man. Like.
They slapped a Power Ranger shirt on the nearest person they could find in the hallway.
Yeah. And it was all cringe humor.
And you could see the one guy was absolutely ecstatic about stuff, but the room was full of negative energy. So you could just see him dying out in the
guy with the beard, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He was fun, but the other two were just... And the guy who complained, the other guy, I don't know his name, but the other guy just complained the entire time about stuff not being proper, which is fine. I get that, but like, dude, you're doing like a presentation for fans. Like, you should be more hyped about things.
Yeah.
Like, remember that lady, not the girl, but the lady they had who did
the Power Ranger
pink stuff?
Yeah, she was
that lady,
fun.
I know a lot of people were mad that she wasn't the prettiest girl in the room. I don't give a damn. She was super happy about doing all this stuff.
Super happy of
like, it's such high energy. I loved it.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was
great. We got this.
Now we got this. I don't know what this is. But now people on Twitter are saying, you know what? Just don't even give us another live. Just tell us on Twitter what it is.
Yeah, basically. I can see that. Yeah, because that was a swing and a miss.
Big swing and a miss. That was insulting to a lot of people.
Yeah. The
But
other insulting thing is they decided to give us the unpainted Zord Ascension Project Dragon Zord.
yes, what?
Unpainted.
But it was a demo version, so I would assume
Well,
it was
I
gonna
feel
look
like they would have like a final render like set up already. By
I
this
mean,
point.
they had 4 months to come up with something. But I mean, at that, I don't know
Like,
the
it's
story
not hard to
behind it.
paint a toy. Like, it's not. Like, my partner paints D&D minis all the time, and it takes her like what, 2 hours to paint up something. Pretty decent too. Like, what, 2-3 hours ish. Pretty sure they could have got like a D&D person in there to spray paint things. I don't know. Like, not that depressing. Like,
yeah. We also did get revealed a power sword, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but it lights up and it plays the MMPR theme song.
It's cool, but it's not $200 cool.
It's not $220 cool. No.
Yeah. And like, there's a button you hit and it plays the whole theme song.
Which, knowing me, I'm gonna see it in GameStop one day. I'm just gonna buy it. It's gonna be one of those impulse buys. And of course, I'm gonna buy you one too, so that we can make sound effects in your front yard.
Can we do my backyard?
No, we're doing the front yard because we got to ward off the evil.
Fine. Yeah, I got to ward off those Yeti hunters, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah,
I got a whoosh sound we're throwing here, like whoosh.
Yeah. All right,
I'm gonna play it too, as I'm saying.
So on top of the 13-minute, rush through, that was pretty sad because in the background you could see they had a bunch of new stuff in the background that they could have talked about.
They had the Funko art, or the interesting art for the 4-pack,
the power pop 4-pack,
the power pop. They had new Zords for the mainline series, which is for Dino Fury.
Yes.
They had a new weapon for Dino Fury. They had just a bunch of stuff in the backdrop.
Yeah,
they could have talked about, but they
had the Mega Dino Fury saber.
Mm-hmm.
They could have talked about a whole bunch of stuff, but no.
We got that, and
that was sad.
Like, I get them trying to try new things. I get that.
Yeah, but not 13 minutes of a new thing.
But like,
Speed
you could have gave us more.
Yeah,
because we have more stuff out there. Like, there's been leaks about the blue blue power lances.
Yeah,
leaks about that. The blue helmet's been leaked. A bunch of other stuff's been leaked out. And like, they could have confirmed some things, talked about some other things.
Yeah.
I feel like Hasbro, or at least the PR team, is if 2 steps behind.
If you look at the other brands that they have, they do well more than Power Rangers. Like, it took 4 months to get a fan first for Power Rangers, but the other brands had maybe like 2 or 3 by then.
I feel like they're falling behind, or they're trying to refocus the Lightning collections or something like that. They're trying to refocus that to something different, because look, we got the Ninjetti and the helmet and the sword, but technically the only real collection piece we got was the Ninjettis, like the sword and the helmet.
Or role play.
It's kind of cool, but it's not really a collection piece. Like, I know it's a collection piece, but it doesn't really fit with the toy line. Like, it does, but it's not what people collect. Most people collect the figures because they're easier to find. Rambling.
So yeah,
did they even like ever announce like Merrick or
never
Shelby or anyone like that? Did they actually ever announce those?
Oh yeah, they did.
I don't ever feel like they did. Like, I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities at PR, like the Hasbro PR team. A lot of missed opportunities, and they're fumbling. And you know who's picking up the slack? The comics are. The comics are picking up the slack, because the comics are great.
The comics are really great.
The toy team needs to step up their game and or figure out what the heck is going on, because like, they're even selling the cogs with Tonfas. They're selling the cogs with Tonfas to fill in for the ones that weren't not included with Rocky Blue.
That was
Zeo
2 years ago. It took 2 years to get Tonfas.
2 years. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh no.
You know what? We've succeeded in passing up the time it took them to reveal all the stuff for their things, with us rambling about us being mad.
I mean, there's some other people that have gone on longer. So
there's some other people gone on way longer, and this is like, guys.
Like, oh man,
this is as much as we're gonna complain about it. That's about it. Like we're done complaining about it. We're over it. We're over it. We're gonna wait till the next thing happens, and we're gonna just go from there.
I bet you their numbers are gonna drop. They had like
Maybe.
700. They had 1,000 something people watching, but I bet you next one's gonna be probably like 300-400 people.
Maybe, yeah, that could happen. Yeah, like look what happened with us. Like we had 1 week where I was physically could not edit an episode, and so we lost a lot of listeners that 1 week.
How?
We went from like we lost like a third of our listeners that week because when you're not so anyone looking to make a podcast, when you don't have a consistent release schedule, you'll lose listeners really quickly because podcasts are so interchangeable at this point. Not really super interchangeable, but you could change up podcast super easily, like fit that time slot with something else when a new episode's going to show up. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're looking to make a podcast, you may have a consistent release schedule. Like know when you're making stuff, and like I was just physically injured, I couldn't do it.
Okay. So so today was in a discussion today on a live video that I was invited on. So in the Power Rangers universe, Lord Zed said that in MMPR that there was a good side and a bad side to the morphing grid, and it kind of like equals out. So the question was, if the Power Rangers draw the power to morph and all that stuff from the good side, do you think the evil Rangers are able to pull from the bad side?
Lord Zed and his quote from like MMPR like season 3, I think it was, maybe season 2, where he's like, well, Zordon also said similar things about how the light and dark side balance themselves out.
Yes,
as I mentioned a few times as well through the series, that light and dark balance, and so in theory, the Dark Ranger, any kind of evil Power Ranger, would be able to pull power from the dark side, or like from the dark half of the morphing grid, or like from the evil, which would balance out the good versus evil. Now, my theory is that bad Power Rangers are created over time when the good side becomes too powerful. Because we had the Zeo Rangers, okay?
Okay.
And then we had the Turbo Rangers, because the Zeo Rangers, the powers were removed because they were getting too powerful. So, okay? And so we got the Turbo Rangers, and then they went to space. During the time, I think the Psycho Rangers were created as a counterbalance to the Zeo powers, okay?
Okay.
So the Zeo powers are getting really powerful, and it's creating a gap in the light to dark size ratio. Like I know Divatox beat the Turbo Rangers. Okay, they beat the Turbo Rangers,
right?
So she beat the Turbo Rangers, but like they were really inexperienced team, so it wasn't really fully powered and kind of thing. It was kind of a bad situation. So Estrada was like, we need to make something to siphon off the power from Dark Spectra, right? And so with the gap in the overcompensation, it was really easy for her to create the Psycho Rangers.
Interesting.
I'll put like a soundbite in there, like wah, wah, wah.
So as you know, the Psycho Rangers did show up multiple different times later on in the series.
So yeah, we got them a few times in Power Rangers in Space, and then we got them again in
Lost Galaxy.
And did we get them one more time?
I can't remember. It's been a while. But they were stored on data cards, right?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. What a turn of events.
Yeah, the last time we saw them was in Lost Galaxy, but we did see Psycho Blue and Psycho Pink in the Shadow World. But that was just their monster forms. So I assume they were reusing the costumes for that.
Right, okay.
So that was the only time we ever saw that. But yeah, so the last time we saw them was then. But they were created they were stored on data cards.
Yes.
And so they could be re-accessed later. Who was it? Yeah, it was Astronomer, and then they stored them on the data cards, and then the data cards got stolen, and they were sold off to the princess. What's her name? Later,
A princess.
The insect princess.
Oh, Draconda or something. I can't remember her name. Jaquanda.
Oh, that lady.
Darkonda.
Darkonda?
Yeah.
Darkonda. Oh, that was a bug dude, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Darkonda? Yeah, he was a bug dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. Okay. But yeah, so but when they were created, they were really powerful. And like look at the and so kind of, working with my theory here is the Green Psycho Ranger was like the first Psycho Ranger of the whole group.
Right.
And he was overpowerful. He was way overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the 1969 Rangers came along and were able to beat him because there's 5 of them. I know 3 died.
Yes.
2 died. I know that happened, but they were exceptionally inexperienced, but overpowered by all good reasons, and that's why they were able to beat him.
Yep, and they beat him on the moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he was in hibernation on the moon.
I read my comics, I tell you. Mm-hmm.
You read them there comics.
Yep. Sometimes I just put words where they don't belong. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I do believe that's exactly exactly the jubilation of what you're saying.
Hey, don't you ask me and mine for nothing.
You want
Wait,
to say it one more
you
time?
never seen the Django Unchained?
I feel like you should stop talking now.
Say no more.
Let's just change the subject.
So, anyways, that's in the movie. It's a really funny movie.
All right, Django Unchained is a funny movie.
Yes. Well, okay.
We're changing the subject right now.
Yes. God dang it.
It's funny lines in that movie.
It's got funny lines.
Messed up.
He's like, I just like the whole scene with the bags on their heads because it just goes south quick.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah,
he's like,
don't you go asking any of mine for none of y'all's.
And all I can hear is criticize. From now on, don't ask me or mine for nothing.
Yeah, he's all right. I'm confused now. Bags on or bags off?
Okay, I'm confused. Are the bags on or off?
I mean, it was a
like,
nice
you know what?
idea.
This time we'll do it without bags on, and next time we'll do it with bags on.
We'll do bags on next time.
But we'll do the bags on, but we'll do the bags right.
yeah. He's like, all I hear is criticize.
Can none of y'all say nothing nice?
I'm just saying, that's like when I watch the movie, that's the only scene I'll watch in the whole movie.
Oh, the movie was great.
Yeah,
boy, yeah. That scene was really funny. It was Jonah Hill. Come on, that was great.
5 minutes of comedic gold.
Back it up. Back to
we're
Rangers.
backing it up. Yeah, let's back it up.
Back up to Evil Rangers.
If you look in the time or in the Power Rangers series as it goes on, you do see that the Evil Rangers are way overpowered to Tommy under the Rita spell.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? What's his name? Trent. He was.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Titanium Ranger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was pretty. The one I did want to see that we didn't get adapted was the Dark Ranger in Dino Charge.
Double Ranger.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
No, Ranger Killer. That's what it was. Ranger Killer.
Yeah. Want to see that one.
So yeah, I actually have a theory for that.
I
do have a pretty good theory for that. So I don't know if it's really good, but my theory is it's kind of like the Sith. So you're filled with rage and hate and anger.
Oh yes,
you're gonna be far more powerful.
Oh yeah,
plain and simple. Rage fills you, and you're gonna be mad about something to do something.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I'm mad. I'm big mad.
You're mad.
I'm mad.
So, like in Star Wars lore, there's Sith that live to be like 1,000 years old who are not supposed to live that long because just hate and rage fill them to that like age.
I mean, that's what happened with Palpatine.
And they're really powerful. Like they could take on Jedi left and right because they're so powerful within the Force, because they're so angry, and because they're filled with
the dark
evil,
dark side.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
Faith in your mama.
What was that?
And I think it's similar concept to PR, where the when you are an evil ranger, you're filled with rage and you're able to pull more power from the morphing grid.
Yes.
So, we can also assume that Tommy was being fed power, chaos energy from the morphing grid and from Rita.
He also had to create chaos to get power, get stronger too. So the more he caused stuff, the stronger he got.
Yeah.
Until the spell was broken, basically, I guess.
Yeah. But then on top of that, when they become good guys, they become real
pathetic.
real level ones.
Yes, yeah,
Real level ones
Yeah.
right away. Well, Trent wasn't really level 1. He was still pretty solid.
What I hate is when they introduce a sixth ranger and the sixth rangers that the entrance, and he just demolishes the foot soldiers and the main villain within minutes, but yet can't do it again.
Yeah, Antonio. That's a good one for that one.
Oh, that's a
Antonio.
good
He
one.
did
Yeah,
that
Antonio.
speed thing that was really cool.
But
Like,
you-
that's awesome.
You never saw
And that was it. Never saw it again.
Maybe he had a one-time use token or something like that. A free voucher or something.
Free voucher for like unlimited power.
Unlimited power for one use.
Unlimited
only.
power for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Use it wisely.
Use it wisely.
Yeah, so I assume it goes along with the theory, like you're angry. Well, for the introduction for the Sixth Ranger, I want to go with, in most cases, stored up power.
Sometimes when I morph, I can't help but notice this gigantic explosion right behind me for no apparent reason.
Because the Sixth Ranger, like all the Sixth Rangers pull their power from the same source.
Yes.
So I can assume that he's on the same level, or he or she, them are on the same level as they would be like for the power energy for the regular Rangers. But the Rangers have already been using their power consistently. So it's been stored up.
Yeah.
So it has to be released somehow. And so
And
you
I
get this
guess
really cool entrance. Like
That's gives a
entrance.
cool one-hitter quitter entrances.
Yeah. And you get it once, and you have to use up all that stored up energy because
Yeah.
they're like hyperactive kids with ADHD.
Yes, that's correct. Uh-huh. Yeah. What's that over there? No.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So as we move on to that, so interesting thing I came across today too was, we know you watched Dino Fury, and then people that are listening that haven't watched it, spoilers, spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert.
So Zed comes back, but it's an early version of Zed when he was very powerful.
Very, very powerful.
Very, very
so
powerful.
like pre MMPR.
Pre MMPR Zed.
Like MMPR, like first episode.
Yeah, so
Like his first introduction episode.
So the question here is, in that episode, he says, "I'm gonna go find my staff," and then he just dips out after manhandling every villain and fighting with every villain and the 5 Rangers, right? The 5 Dino Fury Rangers. He dips out. Now, if you rewatch an old season of Beast Morphers, there's a Beast Morphers?
Beef morphers?
Beef Morphers.
Beef and gravy.
Yes. Biscuit
Beef
wheels.
Biscuit.
But
Get outta here
if
with
you
this
watch
nonsense.
that crossover with whenever
Jason.
Jason comes back and brings all the Dino Rangers throughout the timelines and the
Except for
morphing
the
grid.
green, only Dino Rangers, except for the black and white Dino Rangers from Dino Thunder.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was only the red, blue, and yellow.
Okay.
And then the original 5, and then the
Dino Charge.
Dino Charge Rangers, which only was 5 of them.
Yeah.
3 of them. 5?
Ah.
3?
Well, okay. In that episode, they actually have a vault in the Battle Grid headquarters, and within the vault is old morphers, weapons, and stuff. And in the corner, you can see a Zed staff. So here's what I got a thing with. Do you think there's going to be a crossover maybe of like maybe Beast Morphers and Dino Fury, where Zed has to?
Like, I feel like Zed showed back up with a different voice this time. Be like, whoa.
Whoa, buddy. Yeah.
Like, I want a good, funny, stupid joke of like someone punching him like square in the throat and his voice changing.
Okay, that'd be funny. Yeah.
Because, like, okay, I know it's really sad. The original voice actor for Zed died.
Yes.
He did die. He died of cancer a couple years ago, and it was a really sad thing because things happen. And but they had to get a new voice actor. His voice actor just doesn't come close.
This does not match. I mean, it's similar, but it's not the original.
I would like them to go through like 5 voices, like one episode,
Yeah.
like keep punching him in the throat and his voice changing until they get really close to the original voice. He's like, "Keep it here,
Yeah, keep it here." Yeah, but that'd be interesting to see if like they did like a crossover of sort. But I don't think they're gonna do a crossover because this was filmed in New Zealand during like the COVID time, so they couldn't bring people in.
Probably. Who knows? But they do have that announcement, that 6-week project, right?
Yes, and That'd be interesting to see how that turns out. So far, we got a couple.
It could be like a mini season. Like they could drop that into like a mini season.
I mean, it could be like Zed comes back and all these OG people have to come back and fight against him.
You know, it'd be really cool and really like awkward if what they did was this is gonna piss off a lot of people.
What, that Zed suit has nipples like Batman?
Bruce, nipples are not appropriate workplace attire.
What if they went through like hired all actors to play the train rangers?
Oh God, no!
Bring them back only for one scene where they just get massacred by Zed.
Oh,
like just taken out by Zed.
I was gonna suggest that Zed's suit has nipples like the Batman.
Superman, let me nurse you back to health.
I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Like they had that secret project, and they were like hiring on some kids. I just want them to show up and just get wrecked by Zed. Like wrecked.
Even the orange one, right?
To show up, like a bunch of original Rangers or OG Rangers show up to fight.
Even the red orange Ranger too gets just
even the orange. Like the first, we'll have a first confirmed orange Ranger in the whole series.
Yeah,
but he gets taken up by Zed in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, less than 3 minutes. You have to have screen time for the others.
Like. Only got 3 minutes of filming, right? That's it.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that would be terrifying because at that point, like, no Rangers really died.
Oh,
and so that would just wreck shop all day.
I think it would traumatize the younger generation. But us older fans, we'd be sitting there like that. You go, ooh. Uh-oh.
We'd be like, ooh, woo, woo.
Don't do that ever again.
But yeah, that would just be epic.
Yeah. You know what would be epic?
A word from our sponsor.
Yes. Damn it, we really need a sponsor in here.
We do.
It could be like Sam in a Brooklyn accent, just talking about like, you know, maybe some B12 medicine or something.
My mother can't do shit. My grandmother can eat better than that, though.
Oh my God, no! I need her to talk about Target nuggets.
That's a little scary, but I'm down for it.
Target wings with hot sauce on it.
Yes. Okay.
Like that. Like, I know we make this podcast, and it's not for everybody, but I know it's for the people who follow us, and they know who like our people are.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoy these moments of clarity into our lives.
Yes. Of what we have to deal with, and who deal with us.
Who puts up with our malarkey.
Yeah.
And
because our Discord is just full of nonsense, and it's usually just me and Jim bickering.
94% of the time.
94%.
Time it's normal fun stuff.
And on Fridays we turn that 94 to a 96.
And on Saturday morning we turn that back down to a 4. Let's turn that down a little bit. I'm sleeping this hangover over.
Yes. Even though, okay. All right, that's going. Never mind.
Yep.
So, I actually posted a video on TikTok not too long ago, just kind of giving little small details of so Zordon as the mentor of the MMPR through
what?
Yes. So he was the mentor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then kind of in the 5 and 6 because he gets replaced, and then in space.
With, Demetria and Turbo.
Yeah, in Turbo, and then in space they find him and basically.
Well, they find him a few times that weren't really him.
Yeah, but
then they find.
But I just I read a little article and I was like, wait, I gotta dive into this. And the article is basically like, is Zordon evil? And I was like, hold on, let me read into this one. And I read this long article about this, and wow, Zordon is evil, manipulative. Oh, geez, it's bad.
Well, we kind of got into this with Casey with the tinfoil hat wearing episode.
Yeah, we went into a little bit with him.
Episode. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. But we kind of got into this a little bit where Zordon was manipulating kids, like teenagers, because they're full of hormones and very confused.
Yes.
Because every teenager is very confused.
Yeah.
I don't care who you say you are. We're all confused when we're teenagers.
Well, also, if you recruit a class of teenagers, they don't have adult responsibilities to, like, I have to go to work in the morning. They don't. They have school.
They got school, but even with that, like...
Yeah. And then also, like, teenagers, they want to feel a part of something too,
and they also want to feel empowered.
And empowered. And this will be it. And that's why Zordon got 5 teenagers with attitude.
Yep. Like teenagers want to be this. They have to be. No, they don't have to be right, but they feel like they need to be right.
Yes.
And fighting on the right side of a war seems like a really good idea.
So, and this is where it turns. But when we watch this, we watched it as kids, so we didn't think about it. Now that we're full adults and stuff, like we kind of like see it now. It's bad. Like he recruited the class of 5, or group of 5 with them. They all had problems. He catered to 3 of them. So 2. He catered to 2 of the main 5, and then of course Tommy when he comes in.
He catered exclusively to Tommy there for a bit. Oh my goodness.
But he manipulated them into staying, and so the way he did that with
even Kimberly in the movie. So we gotta assume like the show and the movie like timelines kind of match up. Not exactly.
You see it in the movie, the 93. You see it in the movie.
Yeah, where she's like, "You were a father to me."
Exactly. So she doesn't have a dad. So Zordon steps in to be the father figure to her, and that's how he got her.
Yeah,
Billy had nowhere to show his like intelligence and his like what he can do. So Zordon gave him the tools in the power chamber to showcase what he could do, which is why he created the turbo powers. And he
how about Jason? How did he get Jason?
I didn't see I just know it was he had 3 favorites: Kimberly, Billy, and Tommy.
Well, like you assume he has to catch everybody. Like he has to manipulate them all.
There's got to be a catch. So
let's see, Jason, a leadership role.
Yes,
because up to that point he was trying to be a leader with the kids with the Taekwondo classes. Billy playing with his intelligence, like toying with his intelligence. How do you convince Kimberly? Father figure for Kimberly. Tommy had a bad growing up, and so he was like taking care of Tommy. How did he get Zach?
I don't. It's a good question.
Gave him the tools to defend himself.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I didn't see all of that.
Well, come on. Let's assume something.
Oh well, I have no idea. Maybe his dance skills needed to be showcased.
We can assume like he empowered Zach, made him feel more important, and made him feel like he stood out in a crowd. Like it emphasized like his personality to stroke his ego to make him feel important with everyone else.
Right.
So whenever Zach left the command center, he was the most important person in the room wherever he went.
Okay.
Because he felt like the most important person in the room because he was a Power Ranger.
Okay.
Ooh,
what about Trini?
Stroke of the ego there, huh?
Here's a curveball. What about Trini?
What about Trini?
Yes.
What about Trini? Got this. Hold on.
Okay.
So Trini was helping Billy with his technology stuff, right?
Right.
And we can assume if you want to go back to like the 1990s cartoon, women weren't really in STEM programs at that time.
Okay.
And so they were enticing her to stay and become better at the STEM program. STEM is a science, technology, education, metrics, something. So it's for tech. And so they enticed her to stay there to improve her skills. But and because of that, she went to stay around a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
Could also kind of point out the fact that Billy and Trini had a love interest thing going on.
Yes.
And Zordon was fostering that. To be able to manipulate them and doing what he wants them to do.
That's correct.
And you can even really get into the fact that Trini felt left out all the time with her family, a bunch of other stuff like that too.
Yeah, and then basically we can move to Tommy. So basically Zordon guilt tripped Tommy to fighting with them
guilt tripped him hard.
Hard, and then he gave him a redemption story to keep him with the white power, the white tiger power. So that was the redemption to keep him. And then, of course, he stays to Zeo and then Turbo. And then that's when he takes his leave in Turbo.
And comes back as Dino Thunder,
Then comes
as
back
a
as
mentor figure.
And if
who
you notice,
his kids to work for him.
Exactly. And he does what Zordon did to
him. Continuing the cycle of evil.
The legacy of Zordon.
Dun, dun,
dun. But and also like Zordon also knew about Dark Spectre. He knew about
he knew about
Andros'
Zed.
sister.
Zed was.
He knew about Andros' sister. He did not tell Andros at any point. Was like, I know he had to find out. Like he had. I mean,
he knew that Andros is out there fighting around with people.
Yes.
He knew this because he knew there was other Rangers out there.
He knew there was other Rangers.
Octarians.
He knew
about Kale.
He had Tommy and Jason fight their own carrier Zord to get new weapons. That they could have died fighting Titanus for new weapons, and that's when we saw when he transferred the shield to Tommy in that episode.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the times he did that. But
and the one time Zach got the shield.
The one time cool. Zach got it.
One time in like a 5-minute scene. But yeah, besides that. Yeah. So he consistently tells his kids to go out and risk their lives to defend everything. And they get hurt.
Oh
the power suit only protects them for so long until it gets disrupted and it comes off of them. They're getting physically hurt at that point.
Yeah.
Heck, Zach lost a finger at some point.
No, God dang it.
But they're getting hurt. They're getting hurt. I know as a teenager, you get hurt, you bounce back pretty quickly. It's not that bad.
Right.
But still, if you read the comic for Soul of the Dragon, Tommy's beat up beyond good reason. He's a beat up person.
Yeah. If you read Soul of the Dragon, you will see that Tommy is real messed up from using the Master Morpher after all that time.
Yeah. And you can heck, if you're looking at Zeo, we can talk about Zeo real quick about how Zeo powers weren't designed for humans at all.
Not at all. No. They were,
and so that's why I think that's why they had to be removed. Because they weren't designed for humans at all. Look at Treya Triforia. He's the only one who could have successfully used the Gold Ranger powers for more than a couple months.
Exactly, because it was 3 people sharing it. But I mean, at that same time, they were considered one.
Yeah. Well, you can assume that
they could burn
their body, when they're fused together, their body has a resistance.
Yeah.
Either to the Zeo power, or it can
plus
load balance the power.
Treya Triforia was not human; he was an alien.
Yeah. So they can load balance it. Maybe they took the Zeo powers and transferred across 3 different people.
Yeah.
Maybe they could use a lot longer.
Yeah. I'm sure the 3 people could burden what 1 human could.
Yeah.
And then plus you could see that it was killing Tommy in it as well.
Jason.
Jason. Yeah, Jason. You can see it was killing Jason throughout the time he was
having heart problems at one point.
Yeah,
it was getting bad. And the thing is, he wasn't actually So he had to transfer the power back to Treya Triforia. That means the power resided within him, and so the Zeomorpher, the Zeonizer, wasn't actually holding any power. The power was already in him. I think it was just a way to channel his power into a suit.
I think so too. I think that
as well. Why? So Catherine and Kimberly, they transferred they just handed off the coin, right? Hand off the power coin.
Yeah.
Is that transfer the power like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. When they power coins, it transfer the power. So that's a good idea actually, because that actually if you think about it, the power's within them. The coin, the morpher just helps channel to the grid to morph them.
So we can assume that the old Ranger power coins infused them with powers, and so if you think about it, Jason, Trini, and Zach left the team and had to have their powers transferred over to a new set of people, right?
Right.
So they had to go the Sword of Light to transfer the powers with and whatnot, and so they were forcibly removing the powers from Jason, Zach, and Trini so they could take on the new powers, Omega powers.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have any extra old MMPR powers left over in their system. While with Kimberly, they could just take the power coin and give it to someone else, and she still has residual power left, which is fine because nothing's going to happen because she's not taking on any new powers. So hence why you got the comic MMPR Pink.
Yeah. I was gonna say that comic, the Pink comic, Pink Power Ranger comic, she actually has the Sword of Light through Zordon. Zordon gives her the Sword of Light with his power in it, and
which extenuates the power in her to be able to transform.
So she was able to morph
into Rangers.
She was able to morph without a coin, and she actually was able to make a temporary team.
Based on pink power.
Pink power. So she was able to share the pink power to make her own team for temporary time. Which, honestly, those suits actually look pretty cool in the comic suits.
Yeah, they look really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like the fact the Black Ranger had the hoodie and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I kind of want that team now. I really want that team as figures. Hasbro, if you're listening.
Yeah, they're not listening after we bashed them.
Hey, we were nice about it for the most part.
Disregard the suck it part.
Disregard the whole entire section, the first 10-15 minutes of the show. Just in this section.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our ramble pretty much about, Zordon being kind of evil.
Yeah.
And we can get into the fact, Justin was there, and so we can get into that as well. Rocky was starting to disobey orders, and that's why he got rid of Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get into all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. And so he's like, Rocky's no longer viable. We need to get someone who's a little bit more valuable. So they got Justin, and blah, 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 blah.
Then, yep.
This is what happens.
That's it.
Yep.
So Hasbro releases Evil Rangers. Why are Evil Rangers more powered than the Good Rangers until they become good? Beast Morphers Dino Fury, kind of like thinking about
Beast Morphers crossover.
Yeah, crossover, and then Zordon's a huge douche.
Yeah, basically,
yeah. So that was our rundown for this ramble of rants.
Is there anything you're looking forward to coming up?
Some new shorts with new elastics, because I have snapped my last athletic shorts today. So
I don't know how I should respond to that. But okay.
Yeah.
You know what? You should start wearing pants.
Oh, great idea. Even though I got two really good looking legs to hide.
I don't know what you think good looking legs are, but those aren't it.
Dude, on a pride scale, I got probably a 9 of a 10 cankles. Them bad boys are thick.
I feel like your idea of pretty legs and ideas of pretty legs from everyone else do not align at all.
I don't know. Let's ask Sam.
I don't think Sam even cares. Either of them care.
I'm sure one of them does.
I'm pretty sure they'll just be nice, like, "Oh, you got great calves."
Yeah,
and that's it. You're like, "Can you elaborate that on that?" And they're like, "No, I can't."
Nope. I don't know. What about you?
Well, this show got out underneath us, and
what about you? What are you looking forward to? Sweet death?
Yes, the sweet release of death. The release of this mortal coil. No, I'm looking forward to a couple things. I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing the Power Lances being announced, the Blue Ranger helmet being announced. I want to see the second half of season 2 of Dino Fury. I'm looking forward to Moon Knight right now, and Moon Knight's been fantastic so far. I only got a couple episodes left on it.
I know nothing about that comic, but god dang, that's pretty good.
Oh man,
did they just make a new episode?
Yep,
they just dropped it. What, Tuesday, right?
Today.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that then.
Wednesday, by the way, for people who are listening.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Now you know when we record stuff on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays, late minute,
last second. But yeah. So Wednesday, it was really good on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think
I watched a new episode. I literally just watched a new episode. It was really good.
Yeah,
and we're starting to see the cracks in Mark. It's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, his alter egos that he set up.
Oh man, no, I know about Moon Knight. I know about the character. I haven't really read much into him, but I know of him. I know what his issues are and stuff, and it's a wild ride.
Freaking sweet.
You're sweet. No, right. You're not sweet.
What else we got?
Sweet Sassy Molassie. We don't say that ever again. I'm disappointed. Have you met you?
I've met me.
Yeah, and now you know what I'd deal with.
Disappointed.
How do you feel?
Well,
are you leaving?
Huh?
Are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
By the way, if anyone has any suggestions or recommendations for us, pop by the website, the Facebook group, the Twitter, the Instagram. Say hi.
Yes.
Because we're always looking for new stuff to do. Because we're not creative at all.
Mm-mm.
We're just kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like a little bit funny.
Yeah.
Like just the bare minimum of funny for a podcast.
So, I mean, okay, last note, we had a little Twitter thing with Paul Schreier that actually was pretty funny.
with from our last episode where the camera takes away 10 pounds with the bulk and the slightly less we're the slightly bigger and slightly less big bulk. We're the bulk of podcasts.
Yeah.
We're just a slightly bigger and slightly smaller bulk.
Don't let the camera fool you how thin we are. We're really some chunky dudes.
You know, they say the camera adds 10 pounds, but these cameras take away 10
pounds.
Oh God, why are we doing this to ourselves?
Yeah. Yeah. He actually responded to us on Twitter, which was pretty funny.
Dude's all right, man. I like that guy. He was real cool. I feel like he would be one of those kind of really cool guys just to hang out and talk with for about 10 minutes. Like, I feel like he would, like, if you got real good with him, he'll talk to you all day. But I'm pretty sure, like, as us fans, like, you know, if we ever get a chance to just talk to him for like 10 minutes, it would be pretty cool.
Right.
Like, I know, like, don't ever meet your heroes and stuff, but, like, I feel like the guy just seems like a generally decent human being, and I would like to talk to him for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
There you go.
Guy, life advice. Just want to say hi. You know, just chit chat for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So
that's that, guys.
So as we wrap it up,
may the power protect you.
May the power protect you.
May the power protect you. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh, God dang it. All right, I'm closing this one out before you ooh woo again. Thanks for listening to this episode of Zero to Hero. We're Jim as an anime girl, I guess. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for listening before he goes on again on our rambling rant of the week. Definitely follow us at all our socials, Zero to Hero podcast on Twitter, Instagram. Facebook is going to be Zero to Hero. And then if you want to...
Make sure you tell them about your one on TikTok, which is Z2H Pod.
So if you want to
someone did not do it right.
If you want to have a good laugh, I do the Z2H Pod on TikTok. So swing on by.
Does Zero to Hero Pod on TikTok, and you just post videos of you rambling about stupid things or engraving things.
Not really.
To be fair, both are really cool. Like, the engraving is pretty cool, but your PR content is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it's funny.
I like it sometimes.
Okay. All right. I'm in a sports t-shirt. Hey, Billy here. If you're liking the show, give us a rating and review. It helps us in the algorithm to be easily found by fans and creators. You can find us at zerotohero.com and follow us on all our social medias with Zero to Hero Pod and on TikTok at Z2H Pod. Sometimes at work, when I'm not busy, I'll make acrylic PowerPoints. Dale Gribble exit.